Today, we shall learn about some terms on mathematical expectations. Mari lainaba probability theory mari lainaba terms ka counts like correlation coefficient gumba then Chebyshev inequality data law of large number then other measures of central tendencies like mode and median. Adu makara khangse yam samna aduga hꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯉꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯒꯤ lectureꯗꯨꯗ plus minus ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯆꯦꯟꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯈꯤꯕꯅꯦ. I hope you can easily identify a minus b whole square गी मꯑꯣꯡꯗ expectation गी 사도ꯈꯤꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ a square minus twice ab plus 하이ꯒꯗꯕꯗ minus ꯑꯅ 이ꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ. ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯔ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ. Anyway, correlation coefficient. If x and y are independent random variables, then covariance of x, y is 0. Independent. On the other hand, if x and y are completely dependent, say for example when x equal to y, then covariance of x, y is x, y. So many vi. From this we are led to a measure of dependence. Measure of dependence of the variables x and y given by represent xy divided by x, y. Sigi measure of dependence sibo akhona kariyana khangnage bu correlation coefficient or coefficient of correlation जो khangnai ko. Correlation sumaina magi values minus 1 row 1 minus 1 ga 1 ga gi marakta lagita or minus 1 tarsu 1 tarsu yai in case masina 0 taring khalab doi tardi covariance 0 nen haidone khoi that is covariance is 0 and is related oidre, or in more suitable terms we can say that variables x and y are uncorrelated. So anyway, so the just terms main targa amal lay khangalamba khaktani mathangda amamung lake, which is even more important. Chebyshev inequality. I say that iramge man haisi kaino iramge aduka proof the applique assignment that no the tor or no the big assignment doina Lastly, so nagsalamani am thinking you. Suppose that X is a random variable. Discrete OVI, continuous OVI, discrete or continuous, having min means it from mu and variance sigma square, which are finite. And I do it then if epsilon zeta is any positive number, Chebyshev inequality na kay hagibo probability of x minus min zina greater than or equal to some positive number helaba, then this probability is less than or equal to variance divided by the square of that positive number. Or or with epsilon zina k sigma hilasi adu kanda the kaila sorry minus one back off 1 by k square. Singapore ka ganida epsilon zeta k sigma sindoe mathaki keno zeta sama hai makangaloy and that epsilon is k sigma. This is very important. So random number like k is 2 gonna loxalasi k is 2 gonna loxalasi malakanda di karitara kebu x minus mu twice sigma k mutta 200 it's less than the target di makhazida 4 at 0.25. My significance is higher kebuko Kam naigese sigma or this should be greater than or equal to 0.75. One de khaidwadi. Fine. Uneasy interpretation z probability of x different from its mean mu z by more than 2 standard deviation is less than or equal to 0.25. And or equivalently, nakandi is a probability that x will lie within 2 standard deviation of its mean is greater than or equal to 0.75. See, quite remarkable name. Probability distribution of x my probability is 0.25 tagi tani or C probability is 0.75 tagi heni pau high bangamine distribution jibu khang karino sunga khang de sineba Chebyshev ki powers hai da Chebyshev inequality ki isalam mana phadui la that is the probability of x differing from its mean by more than 2 standard deviations to sigma is less than probability equal less than or is that less than okay less than or equal to 0.25. That's the right. So without knowing the probability distribution of x, so I predict over man. Sidagi makhatarpa law malay. We call it law of large numbers. Law of large numbers. It is a consequence of Chebyshev's inequality. Law of large numbers na kaya ide do irake x1, x2 up to xn sa halage be mutually independent random variables. See random variables is discrete OBI, continuous OBI ko. Discrete or continuous. Each having finite mean, new, and variance sigma square summary, then if Sn sum of random variable means sum x1 x2 up to n xn book then n 1 2 3 ala sa infinity tana satpa yaren khalazi this my thangus n 1 2 atan in the limit n tends to infinity, probability of Sn divided by n minus nu should not greater than or equal to epsilon some positive number then it is equal to 0. Mandamni ko mandamni ay ithorake since Sn by n is the arithmetic mean. Loy sum divided by n of x1 dagi xn baugi. See theorem is in a high. This theorem states that the probability of the arithmetic th gaina happy soirini arithmetic sida happy okay arithmetic mean Sn by n differing from mean ziga expected value ziga carrying kalazi from its expected value new by more than epsilon de hena cannot hook up. So sida min layadana say sida expected value is min oida asu ya and hay manaram dren khalasi manadre moini khaidongna matamda minus plus absolutely low grade epsilon dagi hena kaidogradi so thoki taragadi 0 sakini habnida The expected value new more than silent approaches 0 as n tends to infinity. Mandamniko. So mandamniko sumti ithorake. Natte ado. Akoina expect tawbase. When expect tawbase limit of n tends to infinity by n mu tani ga next tawni tadabniko. When n tends to infinity haibani. Though condition delay, ma taya condition delay. Kadi condition that taya gebo, this is true when makano ni sila probability is in 1 or a probability which probability 1 already expect mama expect it. See, 1 with target yeah. Sigi proof kami jadi kona laksi. Sigi results this results say akoina strong law of large numbers and khangai. Aduga hojikta mamangdi igibduna ne weak law na khangai. Former mamangda igibduna koina weak law of large numbers and khangai. So when we refer to law of large number, we can hide the it is implied that we refer it to the weak law of large number strong in not the point. I am the weak in and kangdo. Simangai. Dagi aina panning ba masa atien ba nim tanga lady. It gets a correct, right? Okay. Other measures of central tendencies. Mean or expectation other measures of central tendency. Like mode, MODE, mode median lady go. Mode median se hana sorapa ningsang ubzira. Mode hargana min hargana kari mode hargana kari yeda. Just illustration masam torongge duga palo nung kakakige. Graba mas smile le kalasi. Kano dusi am line phangangani YouTube ene Google tawdasi line phangangani. Say Why most frequent values है senior कोइना mode nice so कमाना बमी एक है माही एंकलजी median है तारगे दी मागी तंखाई और ये तब नाकन दा 50% से कोइना median की value वन min जिसु min नदिनो कंगे ना स्वाइक माननो ताई आई को min median mode lonjanaraga tabi ai min nai jina ko average su tar he median jina mai tangkhai go then mode jina most frequent value sine ko yamna live term da layman term da se kitang ero torok se enzima yaure expectation da boda mode say the mode of a discrete random variable is that value which occurs most often by the frequent way, by the quite often in talk, or in other words, as the greatest probability of occurring. Siniko. Sometimes we have 2, 3 or more values that have relatively large probability of occurrence. By model distribution do, then again trimodal, yamagana multimodal ga mayamam lay. So sometimes we have 2, 3 or more values that have relatively large probabilities of occurrence. In such cases, we say that the distribution is bimodal, trimodal, or multimodal, respectively. The mode of a continuous random variable x is the value or values of x where the probability density function has a relative maximum. This is mode, and there's some kind of post and that median. The median is that value x for which less than or equal to half and either x greater than x less than or equal to half. In the case of a continuous distribution, we have to half x and the median separates the density curve into two parts. Having equal areas of 1/2 each. Measure of dispersion variance standard deviation and semi interquartile range mean deviation term ani tagadi khangani skewness abamga kurtosis abamga skewness kadamna kanda paigi kurtosis ki amaga. So let's write skewness here. Skewness often in a distribution is not symmetric. Symmetric about any value but instead has one of its tails longer than the other. XY kayong kempan biko cannot tadri adunan sumana levemo sigi sinane ahan bugi sinane when I do is skewed to the right hand left sinane tong hengredana skewed to the right sinane tong hendokredana we are going to say that skewed to the left mami sang give hen give do other hen give nakandune when skewed waire in haise. If the longer tail occurs to the right and visit to the right skewed the distribution is said to be skewed to the right and left kisu lizareko aduma kino to roige higher roige measures describing this asymmetry later asymmetry are called coefficient of skewness or briefly skewness or skewness Sigi measures hai kanana pige di alpha is the 3 and na pia koina cube divided by sigma cube mu cube divided by sigma cube. The measure sigma 3 will be positive or negative according to whether the distribution is skewed to the right or left. Atran nazuloka tani na right is skewed to the positive, left to the negative respectively. Symmetric for symmetric distribution. Skewness later the masana return 0 second. Sinataba last amtanga in hiding is a last amtanga hiding is in a venona kangai kurtosis. Aina matangi talak palaita special probability distribution ka talak palasi may amsa kung no yorkani ko table ka pirakta kurtosis. Yes. In some cases, a distribution may have its values concentrated near the mean so that the distribution has a large peak as indicated by the solid curve. I get that one excellent usage. So let's make a longer say Inequality. So I see the value may have concentrate is so I see the large kurtosis lay in high doing. In other cases, the distribution may be relatively flat as in the dash line. Flat book. Flat book over one line is measures of degree of pickedness of a distribution are called, as you may have guessed, coefficient of kurtosis, or simply kurtosis. Sigi measures Kaya bigedi amadun 3 oigre sina 4. Power 4 divided by sigma to the power 4. Mu to the power 4 divided by sigma to the power 4. Next class today we'll do only calculations.